Good morning, my friends. It's Becky. Welcome back to my channel. On my channel, I am going through my good midlife crisis, where I am journeying through my 40s, and y'all, I'm working so hard to get my poop in a group. In order to do this, I have been working on my physical, my financial, and my mental health. And today is Friday, August the 29th, and we are going to be doing a financial health check-in. We are going to be doing week 1 of September of 2025. And we are going to be doing that in the app that you see surrounding me. This app is called YNAB. This is the app that I use to digitally cash stuff all of my money. I leave all of my money in the bank. I have a couple of banks. I leave it all in there and then I plan it all out in this app. And it's a digital cash stuffing system. I have, when I move me out of the way, you will see that I have different envelopes set up and I just digitally assign money into them. And I tell me what I want to do with it. And then I leave it there and I don't touch it until it's time for the things. And we'll go over that. If you're new, welcome. Thanks so much for checking me out. I hope you find this informative and useful and entertaining. If you see something that you like, I hope that you decide to stick around and subscribe and come along with me. And if you are returning, welcome back. Thanks so much for coming back. I missed you. I hope you had a great week. I had a fantastic week. I went to Ice Ball on Saturday. If you follow me on Instagram, I posted some pictures. I will also share some pictures here. But yeah, it was fantastic. And y'all, the very best part of the evening was, you ready for what they raised? If you're new or if you just missed, if you're not new and you missed what Ice Ball is, it is a fundraiser for the Big Brothers and Big Sisters of Central Texas that I go to with my friends every year. I am a very, very, very minuscule drop in the bucket of this total number. But I hope as I grow and as I get my financial poop grouped a little bit better, I can become a larger part of this bucket. But the total number that was raised was over $873,000. And so that is amazing. It's such an amazing cause, and I love it. And on that note, if you've been here for a while, you will know that I was approved to be a big. I had not this past. It was Ice Ball 2023 that I went to, and I was like inspired to volunteer to be a big. That's the story of the. I'm gonna link the story below. I found the YouTube video. I'm gonna link the story below of the one that like hit me, and they were there, and I got to talk to the big sister. I didn't talk to the little sister, but I talked to the big sister, well, because she was at Ice Ball, and I'm gonna link that story below. But watching that story just reminded me so much of my sister's story, about a mom who had chronic illness, and she was able to sign her children up for the big program, the Big Brother Big Sister program. Anyway, it hit me, and I decided I wanted to be a big sister. And I signed up and I went through all the checks. There are so many background checks and everything you have to do. I went through everything. I did my interviews and I was approved, but I still haven't been matched. I still don't have a match yet. And they reached out to me just a day or two after Ice Ball saying that they just wanted to touch base again. And like every 6 months, they like reach back out, make sure I'm still interested, let me know they're still looking, they haven't forgotten about me. But they did just reach out and say they wanted to chat again. I don't know what that means. I don't know if that means they maybe found somebody or if they just want to reevaluate because it's been almost 2 years now. But I did just get that. So I'm going to have a call with them next Friday and see what that is. So a week from today, like Friday afternoon, I think it's at 3 or 4 o'clock, I have that call. So we'll see how that goes. But anyway, yeah, $873,000 was raised, just over, and it was such a good time. And I won a swag. I'm also gonna link my video for my health vlog, because it's just a vlog, it's my whole life. I take Elle with me, and I did film a lot not a lot. I filmed my whole week, and I filmed my getting ready for it, and then I filmed some at Ice Ball, and then a little bit after Ice Ball. So if you want to check it out, but I did win because like I said, it was a very minuscule drop in that bucket, but I did bid on some things and I won one of the silent auction items, and it was a gift basket with a bunch of Austin swag in it. So I got 13 different gift cards to 13 different local restaurants and eateries and places. So guess I'm going to be doing some traveling around Austin, force me out of my comfort zone because I don't really go downtown very much. So guess I'm going to. Though a couple of the places are north, like they have north locations. So I think I might choose to go to the north locations. And one of the places is here by me, like very close to me. So I'm very excited about that one. Anyway, that's this one. This place. That's why it's on top because it's really close to me. Anyway, that was a fantastic time, and I will put some pictures in of ice ball. But you should really go check out my vlog from last week just to get the full experience. Anyway, I did get my hair cut for that, so my hair is much shorter now. I still play with it because I'm me and I still play with my hair all the time, but it is much shorter. I did go get myself a coffee this morning because I was on the phone with my nephew. He called me. And so it's 7:30 right now. It's much later than I normally start these. It's much later than I like to start these. Not normally than I actually do get to start them. Because he called me right when I was getting ready and I was talking to him. So I was like, well, since I'm talking to him and I can't record the video, I'll go get coffee. So I did, and a muffin. Because this coffee place right by me has really good gluten-free muffins. Also, if you're new, I have celiac. So I have to eat gluten-free. So what else is new? Okay. I booked the tickets to go to Florida last night. My nephew, speaking of my nephew, he and his wife travel a bit, like quite a bit. She just really likes to travel. And so they use Expedia to do all their booking, all of it. And because they travel so much, they have like platinum level membership of Expedia. I mean, you don't pay for it, you have to earn it, but they're like membership is platinum, which means they get additional discounts and stuff off of trips. The prices that they found on the flights were less than half price of what I could find anywhere, like literally anywhere else. So I was like, yes, please. So I talked to Nathan, my roommate, landlord friend who's going with me, and my cousin Burl, who's also going. And we all decided, yes, we'll have Joey book the tickets for us. So he booked them last night for us. So the tickets are booked to Florida. I've already got the hotel booked, and the cruise. And I tried to make a payment on the cruise last night, but I don't know if Princess's website was just not working. It would not let me pay. So all the travel to and from the hotel and the cruise all booked. At least I've got that done. I haven't updated YNAB with everything yet, but I will. I'll get all that done. I am house sitting for my bestie this weekend. She and her family are going they're going to the coast. I compromise and I call it down the coast because I'm from Jersey, and so you don't go to the shore, you go down the shore. But here you go to the coast, so I call it down the coast. They're going down the coast this weekend, and with her parents, and they're taking the girls for the holiday weekend. I think they did that last year. I can't remember if it was last year or 2 years ago that they went. But anyway, they're going, and I'm just going to go up and hang out with Harper, their dog, and just, it's like a little getaway. It's a little oasis to spend some time, alone time. This is more vlog stuff, and so I will not focus on it here, but this weekend is kind of tough for me mentally, and so I'm going to kind of decompress. I am going to go in and see my mom, but tomorrow is a tough day, and then Monday would have been my dad's birthday, so it's a rough weekend for me. And so I think I'm just gonna go spend some alone time, listen to an audiobook, watch some movie, work on my crochet, hang out with Harper. And but Harper has a doggy door, so I don't have to be like tied to the house, and I can come and go. And like I think tonight I'm gonna go. Nathan's coworker that we had met a couple of weeks ago is gonna come up. I think we're gonna go meet him and have a drink, or at least get some dinner or do something. I think that's the plan for tonight. So I'll go like take my stuff up and check on Harper, make sure she's fed, and then go meet them for dinner or drink or whatever it is, whatever the plan is, and then go back up to Jenny's to stay the night. And then tomorrow, I don't know what I'm doing. Sunday, I'm going to go into Lampasas for church and hang out with my mom, spend the day with my mom. And then Monday, I don't know what I'm doing. They're coming home Monday, but I have off because it's Labor Day. And I don't know what I'm going to be doing, but I will probably be doing something self-care, not as self-care as I did for my sister, because it's not, my dad's birthday is not, my dad, I obviously adore my dad, but it's not the same relationship as you have with your sister. So it's not, it's not the same. So I'm going to take it easy. I'm going to relax, but it's not the same as with my sister's, the anniversary of my sister's birthday. Um, anyway, so yeah, it's a tough weekend, but I'm excited about it. And I'm very thankful that I don't have to work on Monday. So that's good. I'm glad. And so they'll be home Monday, so I'll just get up and leave and Harper will be fine till they get home. So that's my plan for this weekend. So I don't think I have anything else. If I do, I'll talk about it, but I'm going to go ahead and shrink myself into the corner because it's the first of the month. So we have 1,000 things to budget out, and I buried my budget book under everything. So here we go. Here is my look, proof of life. I did actually do my September budget, so I'm hoping to get the September budget filmed while I'm up at Ginny's, not doing anything. So there's my September budget. It is written out. It is planned. It is like actually. Oh, that's the last month. That's the last week. Here's the actual first week of the month, and then calendar. Like I did it, y'all. I did make the plan. So let's get started. Excuse me. Okay. So let me move me. Let me do that. Okay. So if you are new, this is YNAB, and I have my views set up, which I set up. These are personal. You can set up your views however works for you, or you don't have to set up views at all. Everything in here is customizable. If at any point you decide that this is something you want to check out, you want to try for yourself, there's a link in my description. You should totally check it out. 34 days, completely risk-free, no credit card entry. You just, if you don't like it, stop signing in. And then if you do like it at the end of that trial and you do decide to sign up, you get an additional 30 days for free, and so do I. So you end up with 64 free days of YNAB if you do like this. But if you don't, you just go away. So that's all I'm going to say about that, but the link is down there. So because this is the beginning of the month, I'm going to start with, I think, Paycheckly. So because this is a paycheck day, so every time I get a paycheck, well, every week, I give myself $50 for dining out. I give myself $125 for groceries. And I have been rolling this, whatever's left from the last week, into my donations for that family. But I know that we went grocery shopping last night and we stocked up on some meats, some proteins, and we didn't go over my weekly budget, but we hit my weekly budget with like $5 left. And I don't have any wiggle room in this month's budget because I have to get my cruise paid off. So I am not going to roll this. I'm going to leave it in case I need any incidentals. And then if it's left at the end of this next week, I'll roll that in, because otherwise I don't know if I'm going to have enough to cover, like, if I need anything this week. But I hit my grocery budget last night. So I do $125 for groceries. I do $80 for ecclesial expenses. That is my church donation. $60 for the in the bag and $20 for a meal out afterwards. Since I'm going to my mom's church this week, it will probably be more like $20 in the bag and $40 to take my mom out for lunch afterwards. I'm sorry, $60 to take my mom out for lunch afterwards. Like, I'll do that differently because my mom, and I've explained it before, my mom goes to a much larger church, and we call them ecclesias, each of our ecclesias is very independent. We don't have a hierarchy. Everyone rents their own ecclesia independently, and then we don't have a paid priesthood or anything. The money just goes to support the building, pay the taxes, pay the rent, pay the utilities, however you do. Like my ecclesia, we don't own a building, we pay rent. The one my mom goes to, they do own a building, so they have to pay the taxes and the maintenance. They have a much larger ecclesia, and they have a much larger base. Like the money, they have a lot more money in that bag. So I don't feel the need, and they have more people contributing to it. So I don't feel the need to put as much in every week if I go there, because more people are contributing and they don't need as much. It's in a smaller, I have hair in my face. It's in a smaller town with lower taxes. It's an older building. Like it's just they don't need as much as I do, as my ecclesia does from me. Not overall, obviously they need more, but they don't need as much per person. So I can put 20 in and it'll probably go further than the 60 that I put in for my own every Sunday. So I'm gonna put 20 in there and then use the rest of it to take my mom out for lunch afterwards. Fun money, I give myself $25 every week. Self-care, these two, self-care and gas, I only do on paycheck weeks, and that is $50 for self-care and $25 for gas. Y'all, this weekend, it will be a year. He's going to be a year old. Pietro is my car's name. He's going to be a year old this weekend. How crazy is that? Oh my goodness, that doesn't even make sense to my brain. But he's getting his first oil change. Nathan's going to take him in for me this morning. Anyway, I have 3 great nibblings. Speaking of my nephew that I was talking to this morning, he has 2 boys and a girl. Baby Joe is 2, and I save his age. Every week I save $2, so every paycheck I save $4 for him. Baby Jet is 1, so every week I save $1, so every paycheck I save $2. And Sweet Ellie is 6 months old, so I'm also saving $1 every week for her, or $2 every paycheck. So those are the things I save every single time I get a paycheck. At the beginning of every month, here are things I only save if it's the beginning of a month. On pet expenses, I'm going to move this to August because these are to September because these are for September. In September, I'm going to put $75 into my pet expenses. I'm going to put $150 into my household expenses, $20 into my YouTube, that is for expenses for this channel, like to buy stickers or pens or things, and $40 into my stuff I forgot to budget for. This is where my wiggle room comes in. This is all of my wiggle room if I go over on something like groceries or dining out or anything. I do $150 to gifts and giving. I do holiday giving, but that's not going to be this week because I just didn't have it in. It'll be out of my next paycheck. And I realized that I didn't have holiday giving in my August budget. So I'm going to do $200. Normally I do $100 a month to holiday giving, but September will have $200 in it because I never put any money in holiday giving last month. And I did a lot of holiday shopping in August, just in case y'all were wondering. I got a lot done. I'm very happy with it, but I am putting $100 into vacation. I am putting $25 into car maintenance, $25 into clothes, $25 into mom's birthday dinner, and $10 into taxes. So the way this view for me is these are my ones that are not, these are sinking funds, but they are not ones that have a specific amount that's due on a specific date. These are not like my annual membership fees or anything. These are just life goals that I'm setting aside. I set a specific number for every month. They're not, I need to have this much money by this date because I have a bill that's due. These are just, I want to set aside this much money because. That's what these are. And then the ones that are like, I have a bill that's due on this day, those are not in this view. So those are what these are. And then we'll go to all. And these are all of my categories. I have a lot of categories. I'm going to go back to August to make sure I have funded everything in August. The reason I have August highlighted like this is a toolkit feature. If you're not familiar with toolkit, it is an extension, a browser extension that you have to turn on. It's completely free, doesn't cost you anything. You can pick which features you want. Like this being purple, that's turned on. This being highlighted, that's turned on. This days of buffering, that's a toolkit feature. This, where is it? Upcoming feature, upcoming transaction. This right here, upcoming transaction, that is a feature that I turned on. This is where I tried to schedule the payment to go to Princess and it wouldn't take it. And I had it scheduled for last night. And then I finally just moved it to the future because I was like, I don't know, just go to tomorrow and I'll figure it out. So I was trying to pay $1,500 and I couldn't get it to take. Fun fact, if you don't pay off your cruise, then if the price goes down, you can get that deal. If you've paid off your cruise and the price goes down, you can't get that deal. So don't fully pay off your cruise until you have to. Obviously, pay off your cruise when you have to. But if you've booked your cruise and it's not fully paid off and it goes on sale, you can still get that sale deal and they'll reimburse you. So I don't want to fully pay off my cruise because then if the price goes down, I am not eligible for that price decrease. So which is why I'm not trying to pay the whole thing off right now. I just want to pay half of it, which Nathan's already paid me for his half, so I'm just going to pay his half plus a little bit more. That was a loud noise from outside and I don't know what it was and it startled me. So those are all toolkit features. Got distracted. Those are not, they are, YNAB is aware, YNAB works with them, but they are not actually affiliated with YNAB. So I like them. I like a lot of those. I don't like all of them. I don't use all of them, but I do like them. Okay, now let's finish filling up what I need to fill up. Let me make sure I got all of my things for this month. My emergency fund. I need to fill my emergency fund in August. So, oh no, that's for July. I mean, it's for September. Going backwards instead of forward, Joe. Because I've already filled emergency fund in August. If I forgot, self-care, gas, GTO expenses, taxes, I'm getting too good at this. I'll be like Kaylee and Shay and be like, what am I even going to talk about now? I'm getting too efficient. Okay, so here we are in September. Anyway, the reason I did this highlight, I even turned it on and still messed it up last week when I still started budgeting into September when I was trying to budget in August, because without it, they all kind of look the same. But you can see now it's very obvious that I'm in the current month. And now I'm not in the current month. It makes it more obvious if you're not in the current month. So it's just for people like me who switch back and forth. Okay. I'm going to finish filling my sinking funds and then we'll be done. This is most of my sinking funds, but not all of my sinking funds. And I want to talk to y'all about a couple of, it's just one really change that I made because of my upcoming October trip. So let's go down to, do I have bills? I do have bills. Why don't I fill my bills first? That's going to be Best Buy is due. See, look at that, $40. Best Buy is due on the 1st. And rent, I actually already paid, but I'll put it in here. I didn't say I paid it. Rent is actually, I paid Nathan the $500 for the Amex payoff. That was the last Amex. I did that last week. It was in last week's budget with me. But I also owe him $581.43 for rent, which I have paid. I already paid him that. And I will mark that transaction paid when after this, because I got to get to work. I had 11 minutes before I have to get to work. This is why I got a muffin ahead of time, because I knew I wouldn't have time to go make breakfast. Okay, so those are all my bills. Now we'll do sinking funds. So in sinking funds, I made vacation and travel its own thing. I didn't put the cruise in it because you can't break down under vacation and travel. I couldn't put cruise and then have subcategories under it, and I definitely want to keep my subcategories for cruise. But once this cruise is over, I might have like a future cruise if I want to start saving for a future cruise. Or maybe that would just be in my general vacation. I don't know. But I did move this is October. This is the trip I'm going to be taking in October, and my high camper. I probably won't put anything specific in October right now for saving, because I think this is going to be a going forward thing. I want to start saving so I can go to the October week. The October gathering is this gathering that I'm going to. It rotates locations. Like this year it's in Boston. Sometimes it's in Tennessee. It's been in Ohio. It's been in Canada. It's been in Michigan. It's been in Florida. It goes all over the place. It rotates where it is. So it's just the October gathering. It used to be called the Northeast gathering, but there's not much Northeast about Tennessee or Florida. So now it's just called the October gathering. Anyway. Oh my goodness, I love coffee. I just went back to my regular old vanilla because I know I like it so much. And anyway, I am putting in my $125 for my high camper. And I've already filled the $100 for vacation. High camper, high is my church camp that I go to every summer. And next year I want to get a camper for it. I think that I'm going to use this money, all of this money right here, for my October trip, and then I'll refill it after October. start from zero and refill it because I have all the way till next July to fill this, where I only have till October for the October gathering. This was a last minute decision that I made, and instead of putting it all on a credit card, even though it's a no interest credit card, I don't want to build that card up. I'd rather put the money I've been saving for next July toward this and then start again to save toward next July instead of putting this on a credit card. I think that's what I'm going to do. Because I just will have to increase what I'm saving every month or just backfill it, like put extra money in there. I think that's what I'm going to do. I think that's my plan when I sat down to work on my September budget. And that's why I created this category so I can see how much I actually have in this category if I were to put it toward October. So I have $400 in here right now. Plane tickets are on the card, but I don't want to put the hotel or any of the other things on the card. I want to be able to pay for that with cash. So right now I have $400. I have at the end of the month, hopefully I will roll money into it again. And then I'm not going on that trip until October 9th or 10th. And so I will have another round of vacation and high camper to put into there. So that should more than cover my room and whatever I do for food and for fun. So, and then I'll roll it back into high camper or possibly cruise. And then start on the high camper after that. I think that is my plan. If you think that's a horrible plan, let me know. If you think that's a wonderful plan, let me know. Or if you have a better idea, please let me know, because that is what I came up with just to cover myself, to make sure I have October covered without putting it on a card. Even if it's a no interest card, I don't want to put it on the card. That's my plan for right now. Okay, where am I? I'm just going to do my sinking funds. Mission Lane is a card that has an annual fee. I still haven't canceled that, y'all, because I was advised to maybe keep it just for the credit limit, because it does still have a high credit limit, and it keeps my available credit high and my debt to interest, debt to credit, whatever that ratio is, it keeps it much lower. So I'm keeping it for now because the person who told me that has the best credit of anybody I've ever met. So we'll see. Amazon Prime, $6.27. P.O. Box, $13. Walmart Plus is $11.79. I did talk to my mom about how often she's ordering from Walmart Plus, and she has rolled it back. She agreed. It's not that she's spending an excessive amount. Like, she is spending less than me on groceries. It's like every other day she's ordering delivery from Walmart Plus. So, like, just write a list and order what you need. And, you need something else, just ask somebody and they'll bring it to you. Capital One has a fee. Okay, I'm going to fill my car insurance, my mom's car insurance, out of my next check again. Planet Fitness has an annual fee. This is $3.52. This is my gym membership. So I pay a monthly fee, and then I also have an annual fee. That's just the way they do it. Ice Ball. This is where I'm going to start saving for next year's Ice Ball. Hopefully I will be able to up what I'm saving. Every year I save $25 a month, and then at the end I just start dumping into it. I want to up what I'm saving every month. Wine Lady's birthdays. It is time to go give Fran the money. I have saved my $20. I'm going to go draw $20 out of the bank and hand it to Fran next time. They didn't have Wine Thursday last night, which worked out because I ended up going grocery shopping, working on my budget, and booking my plane tickets. So I needed last night. Editing software, $5.54. That is actually coming due. Costco is my Costco membership, $5.84. Again, mom's insurance I am not doing until next paycheck. And my car registration and inspection is $5. And so now I have $60 saved. Again, my car is only a year old as of this weekend. And since I bought it new, I have a 2-year inspection registration. So it's not due until next year. So I'm saving only $5. And I have no idea how much it will be because everything changed in Texas. I don't need a safety inspection anymore. I only need, because I live in Williamson County, I have to have the emissions inspection, and then I have to register it. So once I figure out how much that will cost me, I'll know exactly how much to save. But right now, I don't know. So we'll figure that out. And then YNAB, I'm going to save next week because I ran out of lines. I only have so many lines. So that's it. That's everything I have. That leaves me $200 more than I thought I should have. I'm not mad about that, but I'm just wondering what I forgot. Oh, emergency fund. I didn't put the emergency fund. $440, that's still $100 more than I thought I should have. Little the boys. Hang on, Nathan is showing me how much it cost him for his registration and inspection. 78.25. So 89, so I need about $90. And I think I'm saving $100, so I'm close. I'll be close, and I might have like $10 left over. Okay. So I'm happy with what I'm saving. I think I'm good. Is that what I have? Registration? Oh, I had $125, so maybe I can just make this $100. Okay, well that'll drop down what I need to start saving. Thanks, Nathan. I still need to figure out what I didn't put. Did I do groceries, fun, coffee, ecclesial stuff I forgot, self-care, gas, YouTube, rent, Best Buy, mom. Did I do mom's utilities? Oh, maybe I didn't do mom's utilities. I did not do mom's utilities. Where is mom's utilities? I just saw them. Oh, I did it last month. I did not do it this month. Okay. That's something I forgot. There's $50. $3.90. Okay, I'm still off a little bit. Gifts and giving, household, pet expenses, taxes. I did all of those. Okay, I have 2 minutes. I have 2 minutes until I have to go to work. I'm off by like $30, and I don't know where that is. And I think I did all my sinking funds. That's like sinking fund money. But all my sinking funds are done except for insurance. Yep. I'm going to take that $30 and be happy. Oh, look, I have 25 cents in next week as well. Okay. Okay. So, because I am paid bi-weekly, but budget weekly, I roll my money into next week because I won't have a paycheck next week. So this $390.34 is going to be next week's money. So when you come back, this will be the money that we budget out next Friday. So I'm going to go get to work. But please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up on your way out. If you've enjoyed it, subscribe, come along with me. I will have a video on Sunday for my health/mental health vlog, and another one of these on Friday. Also, there should be a video for my September budget setup because I will be filming that this weekend. It's a long weekend. I'm going to be spending most of it alone. Should be done. All right. I love y'all. Thank you so much, and I will talk to y'all later. Bye, guys.